Okay, hello Cloud Gurus and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we're going to learn about failover routing policies. So failover routing policies are used when you want to create an active-passive setup. So for example, you may want your primary site to be in EU West 2 and your secondary DR site to be in AP Southeast 2. And Route53 will monitor the health of your primary site using a health check, and a health check just monitors the health of your endpoints. So let's have a look at how this works. Our users connecting into Route53 by doing a DNS request. We've got our active and our passive sites. Our active is EU West 1 and our passive is AP Southeast 2. We lose EU West 1 or EU West 2 as it is on the slide. And then what's going to happen? Well, our active is going to fail over automatically over to our passive website. So that's all it is. It's very, very simple. Let's go ahead and have a look at how we can set this up in the AWS console. Okay, so I'm in the Route53 section of the console. I'm going to go into my hosted zones. And I've deleted my last A records. I'm going to go ahead and create a record set. I'm going to just make this my zone apex record or naked domain name. I'm going to paste in here my Irish IP address. And then I'm going to change my routing policy to failover. And in here, we define, is this the primary or the secondary? I'm going to say it's a primary. And of course, we do want to associate this with a health check. And we're going to associate this with our Irish health check. And I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Then what we're going to do is create a second record set. I'm going to make Ohio as my secondary site. So I'm going to paste in my IP address in there. I'm going to go over here and do failover. I'm going to make this the secondary. And we don't necessarily have to associate this with a health check because it is our secondary site, but you can do it anyway. So I'm just going to do that and put Ohio. It's giving me this warning about our TTLs. So I'm going to change our TTL down to 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And I'm just going to go back and make sure that this TTL is going to be 60 seconds as well. And get it down and go ahead and hit create. So now I've got my TTLs down to 60 seconds. I've got my primary and my secondary. And by clicking in here, we can see that it is failover routing. So let's go ahead and quickly just test this. So if I refresh my browser, and there we go, we can see it says, hello Cloud Gurus, this is the Irish web server. Let's go ahead and stop our EC2 instance. So I'm going to go over to EC2. And I need to make sure I go to the Irish region, which I'm in. And then what I'm going to do is just grab this instance and I'm going to go ahead and stop it. So instance state, stop, yes, stop. And that has now stopped my instance. And of course, what's going to happen is it's going to fail the health check. Now, with everything with DNS, you need to be patient. You may need to wait 5 or 10 minutes. So just bear that in mind. Let's go back over to Route53. I'm going to go here and look at my health checks. And I'm just going to wait for this health check to go down. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. I'm just going to hit refresh. And we can see that it is now unhealthy in Ireland. And if we go over to my domain and I hit refresh, and it's failed over automatically to Ohio. Just going to go back over here, go to my dashboard and into my hosted zones, and I'm going to go ahead and delete those two records. And so hit in here and delete those two record sets and hit confirm. So going into your exam, just remember this, how failover routing policies work. So essentially you've got your user, they type in your domain name, it hits Route53. We've got an active and a passive site. Our active could be EU West 2 and our passive site could be AP Southeast 2. If we lose our active site, what's going to happen is the health check is going to fail. Route53 is going to detect this and it's going to fail over automatically to AP Southeast 2. So that is it for this lecture, everyone. In the next lecture, we're going to go ahead and learn about geolocation routing policies. So if you've got the time, please join me in the next lecture. Thank you.